Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit about the big boogeyman for all of us out there, which is AI. And what is that going to do to the graphic design, illustration, digital art, commercial art industry? Well, of course, as I record this video, it's already out of date because everything is changing so quickly. So I don't have a good answer, and I honestly don't even have a good handle on everything that is possible. Every day I log into X, I see something new with Grok. I mean, I don't know what the answer is or where we're all headed, but it does appear like it's here to stay. So we got to learn how to get along. So my opinion is that used as a tool, AI is very powerful. And so I myself am exploring and learning and trying to figure out the best ways to use it in my process. But I think the key to the entire thing is my process. So I don't ever want to hand off my process to a machine or to software or to some other crutch. Just like I wouldn't give up, my drawing process to a computer clip art. I'm going to be doing something that's me. So whatever I create has to have my fingerprints on it. Now, whether or not I use AI as an assistant to help me, brainstorm ideas, or I use it as a way to brainstorm concepts and images or to help me figure out reference for an idea. Recently I was working on my comic Ninja Pig this summer, and I was having trouble finding a piece of reference for a samurai holding his sword and doing an action pose. And so I put it into ChatGPT and it gave me one. Now, what did I do with that image? I set it aside and looked at it, just like I would any other photo reference. I looked at it and used it as a way to kind of decide what angle to use, what camera angle I wanted, and then I drew myself, right? So, what I'm trying to say is AI can be a very useful tool in your process, but don't let it replace you and don't rely on it too much. Also, I'm intrigued by what Adobe is doing with Firefly. It's interesting how those things are embedded into the software itself. But I do like the fact that they're really trying to make sure, right, that it's based on their licensed photography. So it's not just out there in the wild world collecting images from the internet willy-nilly and busting up people's copyrights, but it's actually working from its own library. Now, you may have your own opinion about that and a corporation using a library that they bought under different circumstances, which is now being used for AI. I get it, totally understand. But this is happening, you guys. So if you want to know that the imagery you're generating or the concepts you're working on are coming from a safe or at least a legal place, then I do like what Adobe's trying to do. So as it relates to other types and parts in graphic design, frankly, Canva and some of these other tools are AI, right? You're working with a template generated by someone or a machine, and then you're using that for your graphic design. So that's a whole nother question. What about templates? Do we like templates? Are we using them? Well, yeah, if I need to speed up my process, I'm gonna dive in and use some. But you'll quickly find out that you may have this great idea and you may be using this service to generate that content. But what if you need to edit it a little bit? It's, 70% there and you need to get it to 100%. You still need to have some skill and be able to take that image, take that vector graphic, and modify it. So I think in the hands of a skilled craftsman, AI can really magnify and amplify your game. But if you're just trying to get by without putting in the work, I think it's going to be obvious. I think pretty quickly we can recognize and see, poorly generated stuff, or at least stuff that just looks the same. And in design and art, that's kind of the kiss of death, anyways. So if you're using it, be wise and be crafty. What did Picasso say? You know, artists steal. No, how did it go? Good artists copy, great artists steal, something like that, I think. So there's an idea there, there's an impulse, there's an opinion there, which I kind of agree with, which is um, nothing is truly unique. Every artist reinterprets the world around them, but it's your skill and your fingerprints that makes it special. AI is kind of like fast food. It gives you the feeling like you're getting something quickly, but it's not nourishing. So you got to figure out how to embed it in your process. And I guess that's my main opinion. So, yes, explore these tools, see what they can do for you. Um, but don't give up on your process and really focus on your own personal creativity and what message or what thing you're trying to create or what you're trying to do. And hopefully, AI is an assistant that will make you more productive. Those that are using it just for a cheap sale or something, I don't think that's going to last. So that's my opinion. Be wise, be careful, be creative.